Now on Bounce, it's an American favorite, perfect for summer entertaining. Chef and owner of the Flipside Cafe, Amy Forts, joins me now to show us how to make your delicious sharp white cheddar pimento cheese with pretzels. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
The last time you were here, you were waiting in the wings.
Yes.
Your husband was on, and I said, we got to get you back on the show. So I'm very excited that you're here tonight.
Having me.
So talk to me a little bit about what we're going to make. Take me through it.
Traditional pimento cheese is usually made with a mild yellow cheddar. We choose to use a sharp white because you can use a little less mayonnaise and you can make it a little more melty and creamy and delicious, and it gives it a different flavor profile as well.
All right. So, all right, let's get started.
Okay. We use sharp white cheddar, as we were saying, and I start with like 3/4 of the cheese of the quart, because that way after we mix we can add a little more texture in case it's gotten broken up. Right. So we're going to do about a tablespoon of lemon juice, fresh lemon juice, about a teaspoon of honey.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
This is pretty easy to make once you get all the mise en place ready. Just a little bit of cumin, or if you like heat, you can do a little more, but I usually, for this recipe, do about a teaspoon.
Okay.
About a tablespoon of kosher salt.
Okay. Why kosher versus, I guess, sea salt or table?
For us, we use it a lot more. It's easier to control once you start using it. When it's really fine and small, you can kind of overdo it quicker.
Okay.
So it just makes it easier.
Okay.
I'm going to do about a tablespoon of finely minced garlic.
I'm always a fan of garlic.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
And some fresh cut scallions.
Okay.
We're using Duke's mayonnaise. I know it's popular.
Some people would say that's the only mayonnaise to use, especially here in the South.
The same goes with the mayonnaise as with the cheese.
Okay.
I go by texture, so I start small so that you don't end up using too much.
Okay, and what's kind of the consistency, I guess, that you're looking for?
It depends on when you're making it. If you're going to eat it the day of, then you want to mix it so that it's a little bit thicker. But if you're going to make it a day in advance, like if you're making it for a party, then you're going to want to make it a little bit thinner with the mayonnaise and the vinegar, so that, because it'll absorb.
Okay, all right. Just kind of tip it and show people how that mix looks. There we go.
I'm not adding the pimentos right away because you want to keep the look of that nice sharp white cheddar.
Okay.
So I'm going to mix that in. I'm going to do a little bit of cider vinegar.
That's the apple cider vinegar?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and that'll give it a nice...
so many uses.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it gives it a nice bite, but it also thins it out so it's not as thick a consistency. That helps. All right, so it's a little loose, which is good. We're going to add our peppers.
All right.
Pimentos. Sorry, I always say that.
You're fine.
And we're going to mix that in.
Add the red stuff, so, you know, whatever works, right? Oh, this is coming together lovely. So
in case your cheese gets broken up, now we can add the rest of ours.
More cheese.
Right.
Okay. And this is like a favorite at the Flipside? Is this an appetizer?
Yes, it is.
On the
well,
menu?
we use it on a lot of different aspects. It is the most popular appetizer with the warm pretzels, but we also do things like a $5 chuck at lunch, which is a wonderful chuck burger with our pimento cheese. Okay. And then at breakfast, we do Carolina grits with pimento cheese and bacon jam.
What?
Yes.
Now you're speaking my language.
Yes.
People who say they don't like grits, you know what my stance is on that? You've never had them prepared correctly. Especially from the north, that cream of wheat, that's not grits.
No.
Cream of wheat, it's not grits. But so adding pimento cheese to that,
yes,
I can only eat that after a run. Okay, what's next?
So we're gonna fry our pretzels, and the good thing about frying them, it gives them a nice crisp on the outside, but you still get that really nice soft chew on the inside. So it gives it a little bit of different texture.
Okay.
And we'll let that go for a minute.
Okay.
But other than that, you can just you can garnish it with a little fresh scallion or whatever you like.
Okay, and this is the finished
I would do
product here. Over to this side. Yeah, there we go.
Wish me luck. Without my tongues.
All right. That's okay.
You can do this at home. It's really easy. You know, just watch the heat of your fryer. If you have a fry later, that'll make it easier. Okay. But you want to just put them in literally for about 20 seconds on each side. Oh, wow. Bring them out and salt them a little bit. Good to go.
All right, I'm going to taste a little bit of this pimento cheese.
You go right ahead.
Yeah, Kelly, come on over, Cal. I told her, I said, crash my interview. so we can have a little tasty
I heard
taste.
melty, cheesy, delicious right off the top, and I knew I needed to come over.
Yeah.
And if you are going to fry your pretzels, salt them as soon as they come out of the fryer.
Okay.
Because that'll make it adhere easier.
I'm on the wrong
come over here
side.
and get some of this. All right. The Flipside Cafe is in Fort Mill.
Yep.
Quickly, sort of tell me what the flavor is at your place.
We wanted to make or take traditional American flavors, meatloaf, shepherd's pie, things like that, and give them a different twist.
Okay.
So we're a little bit off the beaten path, but we definitely try and use as much local as possible, whether it's produce or beer or whatever the case may be. We try
something for everybody.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I'm ruining the beautiful presentation.
That's okay,
here
but it's good.
here.
If you would like the recipe to Amy's sharp white cheddar pimento cheese with pretzels, just visit the recipe section on WBTV.com. It has gotten a thumbs up from Kelly. Amy, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We are looking forward to having you back the next time.
Yeah.
Make something else delicious for us.
Gonna
But
get some more of this.
we're about to dig in. Still ahead here on Bounce, a judge has ruled in the case of